That's where
man.
Anfield,
You know that we've been to,
that's
we've been
where
to
I'm.
Anfield,
That's where
yeah.
I'm
We've been
kind of
to
at.
Anfield and we've got slapped. You know, we've been Anfield, tried to be on the front foot and held licks, bro.
Yeah, I hear that, but when you
people,
different,
and then people are saying, "Oh, why is Arteta going so attacking?" Or why is Arsenal manager? Why are we not having more balance? And why are we not doing this? It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. As long as you, bro, was like there wasn't a lot of people that was crashing out when we played shit and we beat Man United. We were terrible.
Exactly.
We was arse. We were terrible.
I completely understand where I understand where you guys are coming from, where everybody's coming from, and all that. Where why I'm down is like, bro, how long do we have to wait to take that next step? It's like we've been waiting so long to take that next step in the, so for lack of a better term, in the phases where, you know, where we're now at that level where we should be going and winning at Anfield. We should be going everywhere and winning everywhere. We haven't. We've been on a drought for Lord knows how long. We finally we've seen some investment where the majority of people have gotten on board. You know, we've somewhat addressed the areas that we've needed to address and all that. And we now, as a team, we got to take that next step and start demanding those, you know, the next level at those places like Anfield. And that's why, and I think we're there. That is why I was very upset. I think they were there for the taking. They were there for the taking. I mean, you guys can all agree that game.
You know what, yeah, though, like, I hear what you're saying, yeah, but I feel like this is one of them situations. It just depends on, it's like you look at it either half empty or half full. Like, it just literally just depends on whatever way you want to look at this loss, because we could spin it. We didn't have Odegaard, we didn't have Saka.
Wow, are we really gonna do that?
Like, I'm just saying.
It's true though.
But when is this? We pulled off results without these guys.
But DG. People want to say,
but this is Anfield though, bro.
Yeah, people want to say, are we really going to do that?
If you take,
but what top team do you know wins at Anfield consistently? What top team do you know wins?
You're not wrong, but fundamentally, Newcastle and Bournemouth made it more difficult for Liverpool.
They still lost.
Away games.
They still lost. You're right. They still lost. Liverpool still have 3 points, but we didn't score. They kept their first clean sheet of the season. We still ain't won at Anfield, and they were there for the taking.
Then DG, how many goals did Liverpool score against Newcastle?
Fuck knows, man. But how many did we didn't get 3 points?
They won 3-2 and they scored 4 goals against Bournemouth. Liverpool didn't even have a sniff against.
Yeah, but we still haven't won at Anfield.
Yeah, we didn't win.
Right now.
I know.
Yeah, we didn't win.
I'm not.
None of that.
I just want to know how far does the half empty full thing go.
I'm not disagreeing with you, so I'm disappointed that we didn't win, but man have to look at the game in entirety. At the end of the day, we didn't win, but we didn't play badly, innit? We weren't us. Like, to be
honest with you, that's the best game we played at Anfield in years.
Yeah, the reaction.
That's
tell me a game when the last time we played better than at Anfield.
Last season,
we're probably
last season. We were 2-0.
Remember when Odegaard got away with the handball? We was better then. We'd probably give or take better when Zinchenko was crying.
Nah,
because both teams were shit. We both stunk up the place.
Yesterday was
and that's what makes me so mad.
Yeah, but yesterday was a stalemate for both teams. It weren't just for one team.
No, that's what I said. Both teams were shit.
Liverpool didn't attack. We didn't attack. It was just the same shit, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, then off the, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I'm way past the point of like justifying not even coming away with a point. Even though I wouldn't have been happy with a point, but like, we left there with no points. I'm way past the point of like justifying why that's the case because of like how we performed or how Liverpool performed or where we're playing. Like, that game was there for us we could have won that game. Like, it wasn't like at any point I'm watching the game and feeling like, oh, Liverpool have gone into overdrive. We're just getting overrun. Like, we're struggling. At no point did I feel like we were struggling. Like, that game we could have won. But for me, this is me personally, the only person that I'm frustrated and angry with is the manager. Because I feel like the manager could have done certain things in the game quicker, could have made certain decisions before the game even kicked off that would have given us a better chance to win the game. And
like what?
I'll keep on saying it, repetitive behavior. It's another game we've gone into against Liverpool, but it does apply to the big teams as well, where, and I may be wrong, but I don't feel like he went there to win. He went there to not lose. And when you go places,
I disagree with that.
When you go to places to not lose, when you go to places with the mindset of not wanting to lose, then you can actually end up losing. So
but is that wrong at Anfield, though, Hooks?
They were naturally defensive-minded players.
Yeah, like
starting for Arsenal Football Club on the field. 8 out of the 11 were naturally defensive-minded players. Monday, they were 8 out of 11. I mean, this guy is.
But I feel like we do this a lot, where like we class like the Mourinhos and the Contes as defensive masterclass performances, and like, you know what I mean, Thomas Frank lost to PSG playing the same way, and he was getting praise left, right, and center, and then he beats Man City, and then he's getting all the defensive masterclass praise and stuff like that. And then you're not going to win every game. And this game, I think everyone should be able, Arsenal fans anyway, we should be able to understand that Anfield is a completely different kettle of fish than any other ground in world football. We should know that. Like, we know that you can't just go there and just attack gung-ho. And the second point is we should also know what he tried to do. Like, obviously, everyone, if they manage the team, would have different ideas of what to do. But when we conceded the goal was when we had our attacking players on the pitch. It's not when we had our attacking players off the pitch. We had Odegaard and Eze on the pitch when we conceded the goal. So all of this narrative that, if we had attacked more, we would have won the game. I don't know where that's coming from, because we lost the game with our attacking players on the pitch. I don't really get.
When did they come on?
No, that's the thing.
Yeah, anyone can say that. You can say that.
When creating chances.
Again.
But our defensive players weren't really the guys that were on the field weren't creating those chances.
Yeah, but Eze, Odegaard, when we conceded a goal, our front four was Odegaard, Eze, Madueke, and Gyökeres. That was the front four. That's when we conceded the goal. So who's to say that if they had started, we wouldn't have conceded earlier?
Because when they came on, the momentum was already against us when they came on. This is the point of the repetitive behavior. Like, if he made those substitutions earlier, I don't know, maybe the 60th minute. Because you know what? I find it strange that Arne Slot made the first substitution, especially considering how the second half started. Like, I would have thought, Arteta, you see him what's going on, go make a sub, but he didn't. And by the time
I agree with you in the sense where he could have made the subs and been a bit more proactive, yeah. But then obviously, man, have to think as well. Like, if he's looking at Liverpool's team and thinking, they're bringing on more attacking players, sometimes maybe him as a manager might not be. Do you know what? I'm gonna bring on more attack to attack that and combat that. Do you know what? Let's give it 10 minutes, another 10 minutes, 5 minutes. See how weather this little storm, and then we go again. Do you get what I'm saying? Football's in waves.
Do you not think this is a familiar kind of thing for Arsenal? If we isolate it away from Liverpool, like the performance, more so the in-game tactics, more so maybe Mikel Arteta being conservative, is this not a familiar feeling of being on the wrong side of fine margins, especially in a season where we need to get over the line? Because for me, it does. That's my frustration. Right.
Yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think that is probably what the situation is. I think that's probably what people's more frustration comes with. That it's repetitive, like you said. We go out to not lose more so than win. But I think in this, I'm talking about this game in isolation. I'm not talking about the whole period. I think in this game in isolation, I think this is such a fine margin game. Any decision could have been right or wrong. Any situation could have been, you should have gone 10 minutes earlier, or you did it too early. It could have it was a fine margin game. Some games are on little decisions here, there, and everywhere. This is the difference between the top managers. What makes the managers the best, because they can make the right decision at the right time. He made a decision, and today and yesterday it was the wrong decision because we ended up losing. But on another day, it could be right, bro. I think this game here. I can't pinpoint where the problem was. The problem, everyone can say we weren't attacking all game. That's what people are going to say.
For me, it's Arteta.
They all bear responsibility, because even the guys that were on the field could have gotten it done.
Oh yeah, that's all.
DG,
What did you say,
DG,
SP?
what would you have done differently? Like, what would you have?
You
changed,
could,
like,
you know what? I
changed?
don't want to be a hypocrite, yeah. Because if he went gun ho and we still won, like if it was 0-0 and he went all attacking and we lost 1-0, I would still say the same things. But for me, with Mikel Arteta, I would have said, "All right, cool, you tried something different." Kind of what DJ said there, but a different way of looking at it. It might not, if he had done that, it might not have worked in it, but maybe it'll work at another time. I just feel we're a bit predictable. I understand why, as mad as it sounds, I understand why he started Merino. But I think it's a bit too conservative, man. And we've been talking about how Liverpool look a bit frail defensively. I don't really think we ask questions. I think we only look like we're going to score when we're going long to Madueke, and shout out Madueke on that. I think it was Mikel Arteta's in-game management, man. Even when you hear the post-game comments from Gravenberch, he said, like, at halftime, Arne Slot made Szoboszlai go a bit deeper and gamble and things of that ilk. They pressed Calafiori a bit. They kind of cut out the passing lanes. For me, I would say from minute 45 to minute 60, that's where I needed my manager. Like you lot have said, Szoboszlai's put in a fantastic free kick. I can't get mad at that, innit? Nobody saw that happen. But what I can talk about is the phase of play. It looked like we was getting overran. Not just Zubimendi, but Dons were dying out there. Zubimendi needed to come off. I thought, could you have got Lewis Skelly in midfield? Could you have brought on Eze? Could we have just done something a bit that deviates away from the script? Because, come on, lads, we're very predictable. We're very predictable.
Even
and I
Rice
guess
was
there's an
looking
element of frustration to not win at Anfield, but yeah, I'm vexed at Arteta for that second
Even
half.
the
First
Dalman
half, I
sub.
think
I
we did
mean,
our thing.
I'm a massive Dalman fan. The Dalman sub. That's like, what are you doing, dude? We're down at Anfield and you're throwing on Max Dalman
at 89 minutes.
It's crazy.
That didn't make any sense. I didn't understand
It's
that.
like we're chasing a game and you're like, oh, you're already, oh, all right, let's throw. We're giving up at like there was still like 8-9 minutes to play, and he's throwing on. I like the kid. I think he's very talented. He's probably one of the best talents I've seen in my life at that age. But it's like that is not the time to be throwing on a kid at that level of experience.
You could have brought on all three of these. You could have brought on all three of them at half time.
One of the three came on.
Yeah, but Hooks. You see, like, I hear what you're saying, like, bring them on at half time, but at half time, like at Anfield, bro, we were the better side at half time.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna make a change when you're
we were okay.
Then are you gonna make changes knowing that whatever you're doing, you're the better side?
It's working.
Really,
we was the better side. I agree, and that's why I would have made the change. Because we was the better side.
But if something's not broken, why are you gonna try and change it?
Martinelli was definitely broken in that first.
Cool. I hate, like, you know
that's
the
true,
Martinelli
that's true.
thing, yeah. You know the Martinelli thing.
Martinelli, I can't back you.
Like, I think Martinelli. I thought Martinelli was terrible going forward. But guess what? Salah plays on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Salah didn't have a sniff yesterday.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing. So
that's why
let's not kid ourselves and think that Martinelli didn't contribute towards that.
Yep.
Because he did. So, like, we have, and this is what I mean, as fans, yeah, we have to have some sort of balance. It's not just football's.
I don't really want my winger to be doing that, though, man.
But I hear what you're saying, Hooks. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
You do overcompensate with Martinelli defending,
bro. Look at who we're playing against, bro. We're playing against Salah. Salah can play rubbish and score a hat trick, bro. You don't need to play.
But SB, like, cool. I hear that, but like, you've had your 45 minutes of doing that. You've basically frozen Salah out of the game for 45 minutes, yeah. But what about going the other way, bro? Like, for all we know, we could have had the lead early on if Martinelli was just Eze, because Eze would have made the pass through to Gyökeres, who was making the run off the shoulder of Konate.
So is it the tools or the tradesmen then? Because we all know Martinelli's not.
It's Martinelli.
But at what point is it with Mikel Arteta? Because you've got the squad now, bro, and it's games like this. Because we don't lose that much, you know. It's games like this that you might look back in hindsight, like, oh, if we got 3 points. That's why I'm kind of harsh on Arteta, because I need to see different in game.
You're right, DG. But remember, these games, I don't think these are because our record against the top 6 is actually quite good, isn't it?
First defeat in 2 years.
Yeah, impressive. So we don't really lose. So I don't really feel like these are the games that's going to decide whether. Well, it could be. It could be this season. It could be different, innit? I don't know, innit? But like, if we're comparing it to last season, we lost the league because we drew too many games against teams we should have beat.
None of these men started, but Marino did in midfield. But go on, SP. This is where I'm getting at Arteta now, because you're better than that, Gaffer. You're actually better than that. But go on, SP.
These are the games that we ended up losing, like against the smaller teams that we're expected to beat, innit? So those are the games where we ended up losing. That's where we lost the league last season, innit? So, and our record against the top 6 is actually actually quite good, innit? We don't really lose against them. And I think like if this game was maybe 25 games in or 20 games in, then it's completely different, innit? This is game number 3. Do you get what I'm saying to you? And if everyone looked at our first 6 fixtures and said, oh, do you know what? You'd come away from Liverpool losing 1-0, but you go on to win all the rest of them, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying to you? It's different. Like right now in isolation, we might look at it and think, oh, do you know what? That result is terrible. But you lose at Anfield 3-0, that could have an implication on us against Forest. Confidence is low. Are we like morale's low? Are people are finding their feet noose? That do you get what I'm saying to you? There's loads of other implications, bro. I don't think anyone in the Arsenal dressing room is going to be coming away from that game thinking, oh, we're flat. They might 100%. Obviously feel disappointed. They're going to feel disappointed that they lost, but at the end of the day, they know that we didn't get that. Yeah.
Sorry.
And then it brings me to that. Like Arteta said, I think
he's doing it again. He's doing it again. This fucking guy, man.
I don't know about what he's saying here. I can't agree.
This guy,
what they do, they take it out of a sentence. They take it out of like a whole paragraph of a sentence. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can just yeah, but no one is analysed more than the Arsenal team.
Yep,
100%.
No one is analysed more than us, bro. This is a fact. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says. There's no other team that analyse like Arsenal. Like
there's a lot of disingenuousness.
Yeah, they take every single thing. This is a big thing. They're doing all this type of stuff. So of course that's what they're gonna do. But at the end of the day, like if he feels he deserves more, that doesn't really make any difference to the game. We lost the game on fine margins, and it is what it is, isn't it? But I think people need to understand that this is real high-level sport. Like, you actually can't physically win every single game. Like, I think people forget that. Obviously, you're going to be irritated that you haven't won, but people actually forget this is real life, bruv. This is not... You can't win every single game. And this game here was a game between 2 serious teams. I can't express it more. People feel like because you got a good squad and because you like the manager being the manager means that you're going to win at Anfield all of a sudden if you change the manager. Like I don't know how people assume these things. Like, of course you want to win.
Yeah, sorry to cut you, D, but do you like? You're right, but do you actually think like we could have won yesterday?
I feel like
in the heart of hearts, do you think we could have won?
You can win any game, but what I'm saying
is Anfield, bro. Like, did you think that?
Let me tell you what my thing is. Yeah, my thing is I'm at the point where, when you make a decision, I need to see what you was trying to do. I'm more on that point, innit? So yesterday before the game, me and Hooks were talking. Then my brother rang me. I was on the phone to a few people before the game. I could understand. If you ask Hooks, he'll tell you I'm being consistent. I could understand what he was trying to do. Whether I would have done it or not is a different point. You can say, you know what, I disagree with that or I disagree with that. But it made sense to me what he was trying to do because I understood that he tried to pack out the midfield at Anfield to stop them starting quick, stop them starting fast, stop the game being over in half an hour. I understood what he was trying to do. Whether it worked or not, whether I would have done it or not is a different point. But I think everyone is just going on results-based analysis. If you win, you're going to win the league. If you lose, Arteta out.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean, it's just based on the result more so than actually what he was trying to do. He was clearly trying to limit. At Anfield, you can't just win on the pitch. You have to also win off.
Contain it. Yeah, you have to contain.
Yeah, you have to. Remember when he had a bit back and forth with Slot when we were drawing a couple of years ago,
and then went mad.
And then all of a sudden we've lost the game now. Remember,
don't you feel like Arsenal's at the point now though where
it's the last half an hour?
It kind of is about results. For like, don't you feel like Arsenal's now at that point where it's like, I mean, it kind of really is about results now.
Of course, it's about results, but the point I'm making is you're not always going to have the positive result because it just doesn't work like that. So I understand what he tried to do at Anfield. Is if that game there, I'm coming out of that game feeling like that was a close game. I get what you are trying to do. It was a nip and tuck game. You know what I'm saying? By 2 of the best teams. We're closer to Liverpool than we were last year.
Yeah, because they made hopeful changes.
It doesn't like I don't know. To me personally, and maybe I'm wrong. That doesn't mean anything because like I'm not really